Dan with Guardian Mold Prevent here. I want to look with you at a home that is located in Oswego, Illinois. This is a bank-owned property, so the home was foreclosed on. The bank now is in possession of the property, and there is a broker or a listing agent on this home that is trying to sell the property for the bank. Unfortunately, about 3 to 4 inches of water got into this basement, and it sat for a day or two before anyone even knew it was there. The water was then pumped out, but ultimately it was just too late. There is mold growth, as you can see, that has developed at the base of most of the walls throughout this home. In order to get this home sold, the bank has chosen to go ahead and have mold remediation performed here. That would include obviously removing the materials from this basement that are moldy, but also rectifying the air quality issues that are related to mold growth in a home, so that there is no problem going forward with the future owners of this property breathing the air. And that would also include having the furnace cleaned to make sure that everything is a go. Now, when we talk about mold growth, there are 3 general types of materials that can be affected. You've got porous materials, which would be all your drywall, trim, insulation, pressboard, paneling. Those are items that are porous, and they can be very susceptible to mold growth. Then you've got semi-porous materials, which is wood framing, and then non-porous materials like concrete foundation walls and floor. Now, these 3 different categories actually get handled differently when we're talking about mold removal. In terms of a process, we would set up containment, which would include poly sheeting. We would install an air scrubber or a negative air machine in the basement to remove all the air, the spores from the air, and keep the air from exchanging with the rest of the living space. We then remove the materials that are classified as porous, so that drywall, trim, insulation, the items that we mentioned just a moment ago, and we dispose of those things. And then we treat the semi-porous and the non-porous surfaces with the biocide, and then scrub them and put on a mold-resistant coating. Now let's take a look at a still shot of what a wall would look like after the remediation has been performed. You can see that in this basement that we're looking at here, we put in an air machine to clean the air. We then removed the lower portions of the wall, so the drywall, trim, and insulation were removed about 4 feet up from the ground. Once the exposed, the framing and the foundation walls are exposed, we then scrub them down with a biocide, and then we treat them with this acrylic-based mold-resistant coating. It's a coating that's meant for the mold remediation industry. It's not just your typical kills that you can get, paint primer. Now, we're looking here at a still shot of what an air scrubber looks like. This is one of the things that will set a mold remediation contractor apart from just Joe Handyman, is that the machine has a 12-inch HEPA filter in it and a pleated filter, and then also a blue pre-filter you can see at the top, and this will work towards removing all of the mold spores from the air.